Hi everyone, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to my air signs, my Libras, my Geminis, and my Aquarius. Today I am going to ask our spirit guides for two different readings. We're going to do a love reading and we're going to do a career and money reading. And I am going to do them separately and I'm going to time stamp them. So these are for 2026. These are psychic predictions. The love reading will have charms and initials, so we will be doing that. And you can manifest the love that you are worthy and deserving of, or you can confirm a love. So it's for my sun, moon, risings, and Venuses, for my Libras, Geminis, and Aquarius. Anybody that you are thinking of can be any sign as well, but we may get some clues. Then we're going to go into a career and money reading, see what forecast spirit has for you in that area of your life. So these will be in depth and I hope you enjoy them. Remember to hit that like button for me, comment below, claim it, own it, it's yours. So let's call in our spirit guides now. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Welcome back, everybody. Let's see what our spirit guides have us. 2026. Do you believe it? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I can't wrap my head around how fast time goes by. But glad to be here with you, of course, entering into a new year soon. Let's see what Spirit has for you. Let's see what guidance they want for you. We're going to start with the love reading. I'm going to timestamp it now. Spirit, I ask that you guide me with loving messages. What is it that you have for us? What is it that you need us to know and love? What is the love coming towards us in 2026? Any loving energy that's meant for us? Any clues, evidence that you have for us at this time? I am listening for you now. I have synchronicities. A divine soul counterpart relationship is blessed with amazing moments of synchronicity. Absolutely. So that came into me also as everything's starting to fall into place. Like it's not a coincidence. It's just you're starting to see that these little random things are not random at all. So that could be the first clue that something big is happening. I have power. The power of love is a magnet drawing these souls together. So a little bit of a fire sign energy there coming in. Maybe we're drawing in a fire sign, but it was definitely the magnetic energy, the chemistry happening around this connection. And I have dreams, sharing your dreams together and encouraging each other to make them a reality. So I'm excited about this connection. I think that Spirit's going to send you signs. This is a feeling of signs and synchronicities, and where you literally say to yourself, I don't think this is a coincidence. Like it's just too, yes, it's random, but it's just too, what are the chances? I think is something you'd be saying. I have a 10 of Swords. After an ending, somebody's coming out of something. You could be waiting for this person because this person is transitioning, they're saying. I have a 4 of Swords. They needed time to rest. So this person has been spending some time alone. They have been healing. I have a Page of Swords and I have a Queen of Swords. A lot of, I'm going to say a lot of thought is going into you because it's a sense of, even before I start this connection with you, I feel like I'm thinking ahead. I feel like I'm asking myself a lot of questions. I feel like I'm intrigued by you. I'm excited about you. Could be an intellectual connection, Spirit said. It's more intellectual than you're used to. Not to say that there isn't high chemistry, but we are definitely, it just came in as a feeling of we're cut from the same cloth, that we have a lot in common, something like that. I have a 6 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. This person is wondering, are you the person that I'm going to be able to share with? So I do feel a giving energy more than anything. I feel like somebody, here's a Lover's card, gorgeous. This person is looking for the partner who is going to give them back what they put out into the universe. So they could be a very caring person, a very giving person. They probably have been taken advantage of in the past, taken for granted, something like that. But I do feel like they're looking for, I just want somebody who, if I'm going to be good to them, they're good to me. I feel like that's their like starting point. Like they're not asking for a lot. They just are a caring, loving, good person. I do feel this energy of capturing you heading into next year. It was like off and running, off to the races energy just came. So I've got this Lovers card, bottom of the deck. I have Temperance and I have a 9 of Cups. I also am feeling this beautiful yin and yang energy, the sense of we are good for each other. What you're good at, I might not be, and vice versa. So there's beautiful sense of balance. I also I feel content and comfortable and at peace with you. You don't make me anxious, they just said. You don't make me nervous. I can be myself when I'm with you. So you've got somebody that you feel very comfortable with. You can, this is a soulmate energy for sure. And I have a Page of Pentacles. So that just came in as an offer. Somebody stepping forward with, you know, a date, or I want to spend time with you, something like that. So that feels good. Spirit, tell me about this connection. What is it that what is most important for us to know at this time? Let's see. I have illusions. Be aware of love's illusions. See reality clearly. I think that a lot of us, when we meet our soulmate or our lover's person, you know, our lover's card here, male or female, you can change pronouns in any of my readings. It's love, okay? Woman, woman, male, 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 female. It doesn't matter. So this feeling of it's too good to be true is how I just felt. That is that an illusion? You know, is it an illusion that it's going so good? Is it an illusion or my fantasy that I just want it so bad that I'm making it sound better than it is? No, you're smarter than that. If it's not good, it's not going to be good. If it's good, it's going to be good. You're not going to make stuff up in your mind to try to convince yourself that you're happy. You're either going to be happy with somebody or you're not. So I feel like don't overthink it. Okay, just feel your feelings. I have an abundance. Open your heart to receive the abundance of love that this universe has for you. Open your arms wide open. I am so ready to receive. If this hasn't arrived yet, then it's Spirit's way of saying, hey, it's in motion. It's in movement. It's on its way. We know you're looking for this. Just be ready for us. So arms wide open. I have a wedding. Some of you this may be the person, this could be your future spouse that we meet in 2026. Some of you could be confirming something today, and maybe this is the year we get married. Maybe this is the year somebody puts a ring on your finger and wants that commitment. So I've got taking your relationship to the next level. We're going to do it one step at a time. How beautiful. So a committed relationship. Spirit wants you to know that you are on the right path. Love is a beautiful journey, and you're on the right path. That is a big question that everybody asks me. Certainly in my private readings, they're always like, am I on the right path? And my answer is always, you're exactly where you're supposed to be at this moment in time, because your path led you to this moment in time. So even if you're watching me right now, this is what you're supposed to be doing in this moment of time. So it's kind of hard to wrap your head around things like that. But yes, you are on the right path, and Spirit will guide you and twist you and turn you so that you get what you want out of life, and that you make some good choices, and people and places are put in front of you so that you have that fulfillment that you're looking for. So, you know, sometimes we just have to believe that, you know, I'm doing all the right things, and yes, you are on the right path. That's absolutely true. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that we have coming our way? I have a 3 of Swords. We're coming out of something. I do believe that there's an ending on one side, that maybe it's that you're ready, but they needed time. You know, we both have to be available. That's window of opportunity, so that we can find each other. I have a 6 of Cups. You're ready to meet your soulmate. I have a 7 of Cups. They have been putting a lot of different people in front of you. That is okay. I feel like this is somebody that steps forward and I'm going to say stands out. Okay, the same as you're going to stand out to them. There's something about this person that these are the cups that I want to fulfill. These are the things that I want to do in my life, the things I'm dreaming about. So this person may be filling a couple of these cups, nicely and saying, you know what, that's going to fill that cup. We can call it checking boxes. It's another way to look at it. But the 7 of Cups is all those choices that we have and allowing ourselves to make the right choices. They're saying, I'm asking them now if it's your heartache or theirs. And they're saying, no, you are ready to move on, that you have accepted your past. You're not interested in that at this point, and you are ready to move on. And you just want the love to arrive, is how they're saying it to me. So somebody who's single and just waiting for that love to arrive. So we're just going to say, you know what, this is going to be the year. This is a good year for love. I have a 4 of Pentacles. That felt like I was waiting. I have a Magician. They just use the word honor to me. I have a 7 of Swords and I have an 8 of Swords. So when they use the word honor, and I have a World, okay, so this is a feeling of I have been lied to in the past, okay, or I'm afraid of being lied to. And it was more of a feeling of spirit saying, no, I'm going to bring somebody to you that will honor you, okay, respect you, because they know this is your fear. They know that I just can't handle another con artist. I can't handle another person who tells me that, they're single and you find out they're really married, or whatever. There's so much garbage out there. But this is Spirit's way of letting you know that we know that about you. We know that you can't handle that. And we know that you put up your wall and your guard. And we know that you hold back because of that. So we're going to bring you somebody that's honest and true, is how I feel. Also, the Magician is a sense of, it could be somebody that really, do we love everything about the person who comes into our life? Yeah, sometimes we're so infatuated with somebody, like we can't see any fault in them. And I do feel a little bit of that feeling, at least in the beginning, that, wow, I just love everything about this person. Nothing's really bothering me. There's no big red flags going up. So that Magician was doing their thing with kind of showing you all these different parts and pieces of their life that are working, and they're putting their best foot forward, Spirit just said. So this person, I feel like, is going to show you that they are worthy of you, which is even more important. That, they are realizing that you're a catch, and they're going to kind of show you that they're a catch too, which feels nice. Okay, so let's see what, let's get some initials. Let's see what they're saying for initials. Let's see what they want you to know. So these could be first initials, last initials. Maybe you'll spell a person's name, but don't worry if you don't see your person's initials. That's okay too. Here we go. So let's get a handful of these and roll these and organize them. I have a J, the letter B. I have 2 G's, GG. I have a P. It sounds like a name. I have a U, R, K today. I have an E, an N, Ken. I have an O, an H, I have a Z today, and I have a U. So some of you, that could definitely be connecting to you. And if it does, let me know. If your person on your mind is named Ken and your name is Gigi as a nickname, then this reading was for you. That's always fun. You know, I say a name that's like very specific. That's always cute. All right, let's see. Let's see what else they want you to know about this connection. Spirit, tell me where we're headed with this connection, anything that you want me to know about it, divine blessings. I have illumination. What you could not see before becomes clear. I couldn't see my future with somebody. I couldn't see where Spirit was taking me next. I didn't know what was going to happen. All of a sudden, this magician comes into your life and you start to see things that you haven't seen before. You start to feel things you haven't felt before. You start to talk about dreams and homes and travel, you know, things that I hadn't really thought about because I didn't have anybody to do those things with. So this magician comes in and helps kind of clear that path of the unknown, and it starts to look like something. It starts to look like something I'm looking forward to. I have resilience. You are protected as you face any adversity. Absolutely. The shells are coming into me more as a, you know, there's a lot of people in this world, right? There's no one seashell. So it's a little bit of a, don't be discouraged for the no's. Don't be discouraged for the people that are not worthy of you. Spirit's doing you a favor. If they've been removed from your life and they're asking you to move on, it's because they've got something better. And that's how you have to keep looking at it. There's no one person out there. There's many loves in our lifetime, they just said. I have sovereign. You draw upon inner strength to overcome. I also like this kind of king and queen energy. If you want to be with a king, you need to be a queen, and vice versa. So it's this feeling of we're in the same league. We're both royalty, Spirit is saying. We're both, I don't want to say above it all, but we both have this very high self-esteem, high value of ourselves. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's good. You don't want to attract somebody who has low self-esteem and you're kind of always trying to pick them up and, you know, put them back together again like Humpty Dumpty. You know, that's not what we want. I have a mystery, a black cat. This person could have a black cat. That could be a clue. Hidden gifts and other secrets come to light. I like the hidden gifts in the sense of maybe your intuition is heightened, that those synchronicities they said in the beginning, you are very much aware that there's more going on here. They're letting you know. So it's a sense of, for the first time in my life, I felt my intuition talking to me. My intuition said, this is my person. There's something about this person. Don't let go. Keep going. Give them a chance. Return their call now. You know, so Spirit, you know, sometimes there's almost that little voice in your head and you don't understand it. And it says, look at your phone. And you look at your phone and there's a message. You didn't hear it. You didn't see it come in. It didn't ding. And then there's a message, you know, so look for those signs and listen to your inner voice, because Spirit may be needing you to take action. There's a sense of time is of the essence. Let me do a time card because I feel like time is of the essence. Spirit, what months could be important around this connection? What is it that you need me to know about this connection? I have 6 months from now. I also have, it looks like a pregnancy. So somebody, this could be not only a marriage, but the person that you have children with. Maybe this is the person you have a family with. So this could be a big year for you. Maybe this year is for those of you that would like that. I have the fall being important. Okay, fall months, September, October, November. I have March, early spring. Okay, could be birthday months also. I have you're wasting your time. Don't waste your time with somebody. There's a lot of choices out there. They already shared that the no's could be doing you a favor. I have in the morning, I feel like I just woke up to you. That felt more like I'm going to be waking up to you in the morning. I roll over and there you are. And like, where did you just come from? So that feels nice. I have festive season. That would be fall again. So fall feels big. It's got look at the patience of the dog. I also maybe we have a dog. It's going to take a while. I feel like you are struggling with, or some of you, that it's just taking a while and it's just a waste of my time and I just don't believe it anymore. And that's why I do these readings, because Spirit wants you to know they know what you want. They know what you're looking for. They know what you're manifesting. So keep talking to them. Okay, I'm just one of many spirit guides. And they're trying to send you messages and they're trying to remind you that the love that you will share is out there. Nice. When you release resistance, that came into me as just have fun with it. You know, if you are single, I know it's hard, but just try to have as much fun with it as you can. Okay, meeting new people and going out and, you know, those types of things. Let's see what the charms are saying. We should be able to get some additional clues with my charms, and let's see what we have today. So I have this big, beautiful bowl of charms. Let's grab a scoop. Where am I going, Spirit? I'm going over here. Okay. And this hair dryer is jumping out at me. So hairstylist, okay, or somebody that definitely has to put time into their hair, like me. My hair does not look like this, like out of the shower, you know, so it's blow dry, it's curl, it's products. But also hairstylist, something like that. Somebody maybe in the beauty industry. Okay. I have a cell phone, that message feeling I had a moment ago where you just know you need to look at your phone and then this person has reached out to you. So I feel that you have a very heightened intuition around this particular connection, okay, that you almost can sense when they're calling, when you're going to hear from them, what they're going to say next, Spirit just said. So very in tune, you're going to be very in tune with this person. So that feels great. I love that. I have a bottle of wine that came into me as first date. Okay, first date, glass of wine. Okay, so maybe it's just we go out for drinks. I love your lips. Somebody who can pull off red lipstick. Somebody who looks great in lipstick. Okay, that you don't ever see them leaving the house without lipstick. They have beautiful lips, and maybe it's one of your strengths. Like people always compliment you on your smile. I love your lipstick color, anything like that. I have a rose. I'm going to put that with the bottle of wine. It almost felt that it was, they're saying an enchanted evening. Okay, an enchanted evening. It could be we've been dating for a little while. They come over your house. They come with a bottle of wine. They come with some flowers. They're going to see your home for the first time. Okay, so things are moving. Here's a seashell. Again, that one of many that we had in the other card. One of many. Okay, there's a lot of choices out there. There's always a sense of listening with a seashell to me. You put a seashell up to your ear and you can hear the echoes of the ocean. So this person could be a very good listener. That feels nice. This looks like a cross. Okay, so I have a cross. I'm going to say I could have been raised a Christian, raised Catholic, something like that. Maybe my family is practicing. It felt like more of like family traditions than something that they might not be going to church every day. Doesn't mean they're not spiritual, but they probably are not a practicing Christian. Like they're not going to mass every Sunday. I have a butterfly. I've changed. I just went through something. I just had a major life change. I have a big pink hat. That feels like I'm pretty fashionable. I'm going to put this over here with the lips, the hair dryer. So somebody who, not necessarily that you wear hats, but it just feels like you are, I don't know, a step above, maybe. You always, excuse me, you always look good wherever you go, something like that. Here's another flower. I'll put the flower over here, you know, different types of flowers, maybe. I have a bunny and an Easter bunny with a heart. Easter's in like April, May, right? So that could be a clue that we'll be together by Easter, something like that. I have an angel. This feels like I can name a specific person, but it feels like a grandmother that I know watches over me. So this could be someone that's very close to me. Now, I did just get a name. I got a name that sounded like Elle, E-L, like Eleanor, Ellen, anything like that. Ellie. But it starts with an E-L is how it came into me. So my whole body just tingled. Feels like a grandmother that is watching over you and wants to make sure that you're happy. So I feel like I talk about this person. I talk about, you know, how much I miss her and how much I love her, especially this time of year. So a grandmother is very prominent to this connection. I have a heart, a mirror. Feels like putting a mirror up to my face. So I'm going to say the whole beauty industry. I'm going to say, you know, hair, makeup, clothes, fashion. I just feel like, you know, I mean, is this person a stylist? Are you a model? You know, are you an influencer and sell makeup? You know, like, are you, I feel like something's going on there. So that maybe that they're really attracted to that. I have a little birdie I have a bird and I have a cat. You know, I don't even know if it's a saying, but what's that, like the cat who caught the canary energy. I don't know. I feel like they feel like they're getting away with something, you know, like they catch you and they're just like, I caught you, you know, I got the bird. So I do feel like I'm chasing you. I do feel like I want to catch you. So that feels, it feels sexy, actually. I feel like this person turns me on because they're chasing me. It's kind of fun. It's nice to be wanted, right? I have a pair of headphones. I don't know if they're necessarily headphones as much as earbuds they're saying I use them at work. So somebody who is able to work at a desk and play music, but the only way they could play music is have to hear earbuds in all day. But I feel like it's a big part of their life. Like they couldn't get through their day without listening to music all day. So I feel like it's somebody who their earbuds are like, oh God, please don't let me lose them. And then I have a cupcake, and there's a part of me that feels like I want to put it up here with this glass of wine. Because I feel that it's a little bit of a celebration feeling, that maybe it's your birthday, maybe it's a celebration for something, but maybe we're both watching our weight. We would never have a whole cake, but they go out of their way to get like really fancy cupcakes for your birthday. And they come with these, you know, we each have a big cupcake, and you get the feeling of a cake, but not you know, what am I going to do with this big, huge birthday cake? Yeah, so that feels like somebody went out of their way for you. And they're saying the word treat. Okay, that it's a treat. They treated you nice. They go out of the way. They're going out of their way to treat you nice. So I feel like that's important. So there's something about this person that's just very genuine, and I'm going to say sweet with that cupcake. I think they're sweet. I think that that's something really nice. Let's see what the feelings are. Let's see what some feelings would be. Let me go into some feelings. Spirit, please share with me. What will the feelings around this connection this year be? Whoa, I got jumpers back here. Let's go with these. I can see a future with you. So is this the year that we meet our person? Is this the year that we see things clearly? We start to see our future path clearly. I must confess that I'm in love with you. Beautiful. I loved you from the moment I saw you. So once we meet, we stay together. That would be really nice. And I've never felt this way before. So you're going to love them and they're going to love you. So let's thank Spirit for this. If this hasn't arrived yet, please use this reading to manifest along with me today. We'll put it out into the universe now. Claim it, own it, it's yours. I want to thank Spirit for these messages. I will be heading into my money and career reading next, and we will pick up where we left off. For my air signs, my Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, this is your money and wealth and career reading, your prediction for 2026. Let's see what Spirit has for you in this area of your life. Let's see what is going on, things to focus on, things to think about, any guidance Spirit wants to share with you. So I hope you saw the love reading. If you did, great. If you're here just for this reading, that's okay too. Welcome back, everybody. Let's see what Spirit has for you in this area of your life. Spirit, can you please guide me for money. I'm so used to love readings. Money, finance, career, wealth, abundance, dreams, goals, things coming towards us, new opportunities, new doors opening. What is it that you have for us, Spirit? I am listening for you now. I have fire. Let go of emotional upheaval and embrace the renewal of the present. Little bit of a let go of anything that would be holding you back. Okay, that, you know, somebody says one thing to you and you hold on to it for the rest of the day and you get nothing else done, right? So that maybe we just need to learn to put those types of things in their place and just say, that's that person's problem, not mine. I know it's hard, but sometimes we take those things to heart and it paralyzes us from moving forward with things that we need to work on. Spirit, please share with me. I have an owl. There are spiritual messages and great wisdom to be found during this period of transition. Okay. They're saying heading into the new year that we are making some choices, that we are possibly making some big changes. Maybe we are making some, we'll see, maybe we're going to shift our energy and our focus into something. But I feel like we are transitioning, and it's a little bit of a 1 foot in, 1 foot out. We're not quite there yet. We're thinking about it. I'm going to say thinking about a change. Maybe we are preparing ourselves or thinking about a change. I have star. The hard times are over. Nice. Look forward to an abundance of happiness, enthusiasm, and positivity. Wow. Take a snapshot of that one for the year and put it on your phone as your screensaver. The hard times are over. Maybe this is the better year. You know, I like to think that everybody has turns with good years, bad years. I don't think everybody has endless bad years. I think everybody gets a turn, and sometimes it's harder than others, but everybody gets a break too. And everybody gets a turn at that the difficult years or the hard times are over. So this could be the year that is just a better year for you. Spirit, tell me about this year. I have a world. I have a death. You've got the change, yeah. I've got a 6 of Cups. And I have a 4 of Wands. 2 things are jumping into me. Something is, you are deciding, they're saying, it's not taken away from you. I asked, they said, you are deciding to make the change. You are deciding this is no longer working for me. And it's not necessarily in a relationship. Okay, so keep that in mind. This isn't working for me, and I want to start a new phase of my life. I want a new challenge, they're saying. I want to look for new opportunities. So you could be looking for something new. I did like the 6 of Cups and the 4 of Wands, because how those cards came into me was purpose and building upon something, putting down a foundation. So you could be really on the fence with, I really want to follow my passion at this time in my life. I really want to identify my purpose and put my time and energy into that. So there's a sense of, what do I need to take away so that I have enough energy to push some energy into another area of my life? I have a 9 of Swords. I have an Emperor. I have an 8 of Pentacles. And I have a 7 of Pentacles. The 9 of Swords came into me as I worry I'm not good enough. You are good enough. I mean, of course you're good enough. That's the imposter syndrome kicking in. That's the fear of failure, the fear of, there are people better than me. Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be somebody better than us, you know, but don't compare yourself to anybody. That's the bigger thing. So you're worrying about the wrong things, they're saying. That you're worrying of the, I can succeed, as opposed to, I have the potential to be this emperor. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to put it in hard work, and I'm going to do the work with that 8 of Pentacles and 7 of Pentacles. But I get it. I get it. That leap of faith that we take to start a new job, to go out on our own, to, I gave up a full-time career to be a spirit guide and a psychic. I mean, that was a leap of faith. So yeah, I mean, I get it, but the Spirit's saying trust your path, trust your knowing, trust your knowledge, trust your wisdom. If there's something that you want to change, don't be afraid to change it. It's just going to take some hard work. King of Pentacles, they're going to reward you. There's this kind of, nothing's going to be handed to you. You know that. Nothing has ever been handed to you, they just said. So it's an incredible sense of, I know I can do it. And I know that I'll be rewarded. You know, it's the person who puts in the effort. It's the person who puts in the hard work. So if you're worried, could I make a living doing it? Am I going to be better off doing it? Am I going to be successful doing it? Yes, as long as you put in the work. And they're saying, and learn, and constantly learn new things. So if you are thinking of, you know, changing into another career or trying something different, absolutely, you have the ability to do it. It's going to take effort. It's not going to be handed to you. We know that. Nothing is in life is handed to us. I think the older we get, the more we realize that. Spirit, tell me about the direction I'm going. Spirit link, stay aligned with your highest dreams and ideals to find success. You are being divinely guided. So are you trusting? I'm going to go back to your inner knowing, okay? That I know I'm supposed to be doing something, but I'm not doing it. I feel called to be doing that. I'm happiest when I'm doing that. I'm in my element when I'm doing that, but I'm not doing it. So sometimes we have to, trust that spirit knows better than we do. The same as in a relationship. Sometimes you don't realize that's who you fall in love with and when you fall in love with is out of your control. And the same as happens with abundance and attraction of abundance and paths and dreams and goals. You've got to feel like you're being led. It's really hard. You've got to feel like that inner voice is leading you to try new things, they just said. I have an emerging dawn. Trust that every ending is another beginning. Coming in disguise and enjoy the journey. There's incredible fear around change, especially in jobs. So if you don't need to change, don't change. If it's working for you, they could be talking about a completely different area of your life. They could be talking about savings, travel, buying a new home, moving. But it is a sense of trusting that if I end something, it's opening a new door to something else. And that's just the nature of how this world works. So we have to just always be open to that change, but change is hard. Some people don't want to change. I like my job. I like my home. I like my routine. I like my everything. I'm not changing anything, which is fine if you're happy. But if you're not happy and you don't feel fulfilled and you don't feel like you are where you want to be, then something has to change. I have fantasy land. Make sure everyone involved is being realistic and is on the same page. So that daydream is important. The daydream of this is who I want to be when I grow up. But we have to be realistic. You have to be realistic. How do I make that work? Take that fantasy and turn it into reality, they just said. Take that dream and make it happen. Okay, because you're one of the lucky ones. They're showing me that you can see things, you can project things, you have a mind's eye. Okay, in your mind, you can see and envision where you want to be taken in your mind. So it's the person who, I want to create a business. They create a business from scratch. They see it in their mind's eye. They go through the steps of creating that business. So you have the ability to do that, and they're showing you that. So maybe this is the year that you open that kind of doorway of what am I daydreaming about? What am I fantasizing about? And how do I get from where I'm at right now to that? Your soul whispers, look beyond the words and hear what is really being said. Your soul, I call my soul Fawn. I named my soul years ago. I felt like Fawn kind of looked like me, and I don't know, it was kind of sweet and innocent and would guide me nicely and kindly. So when I have questions, I'll say, Fawn, what do you think? And my inner voice will come back and say, just keep going, or you're doing great, or this is what I would do. So yeah, I mean, if that helps someone else, name your soul, give your soul a name. So you feel like you're talking to your soul, and your soul talks back. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but it works for me. Maybe it will work for you. So that's important. Spirit, well, what else do you have for us? What is it that you need us to know around career, changes, dreams? So I love the mind's eye. I love this feeling of that if you can see it, you can make it happen. Maybe you don't take advantage of that. Maybe that's something that you say, yeah, I definitely, it's the person who sets a goal and achieves their goals. Like if I get it in my head that I'm going to do this, I get it done. So if you're one of those people, Spirit is saying that there's something coming your way that's going to pop into your head that you're going to be fantasizing about, daydreaming about, envisioning, and you are going to figure out a way to make it happen. And they're saying they just said, and you're going to stay on track to make it happen. So maybe you have a tendency to be pulled off track. Maybe you get pulled off course, or you get pulled in 1,000 different directions. So, but they're saying this time, maybe this year, you stay on track and you're focused. Kind of like that horse in the race that has those eye shields that they can't see the horse on either side, so they stay focused and stay in their lane. I have Temperance. I have a Page of Cups. Can you see these? Okay, I'm going to hold them so we can see them, because they are just line drawings. This is actually one of my favorite decks. It's called the Soul deck. And they're velvety, and they're soft as they're gorgeous. They're soft, and they're really just these line drawings. So you have to really know your cards, because you would never know what this means just based on these line drawings, unless you know what a Page of Cups means. So you have to really know your cards. But I love them because they are, one, they're so elegant, and two, they're so intuitive to me. They just kind of like talk to me with these line drawings for some reason. But it is one of my favorite decks. I have a 9 of Wands. Look at that. It's like wheat. Beautiful. And I have a 7 of Wands. So they're sharing with me that when you love what you do, that you're not going to give up on it. And they're also sharing now that you're not going to give up on yourself. So there's something going on inside of you. This is what I always wanted to do. I always wanted to write a book. I want to start a YouTube channel. I would love to I'm going to save and buy a new car this year. I'm going to move. I'm going to buy a house this year. Okay. So there's this sense of persistence. There's a sense of, I'm not giving up on myself, and I am going to hit that goal. So there's something also going on around this energy of, because I don't ever give up on myself, it allows me to get to where I need to be, so that I do have peace of mind, so that I do have quiet, so I do have comfort. And all right, so it's the person who works hard, plays hard, right? I know that I got to work hard so that I can go on vacation. I know that I got to work hard, but then I have the weekends off. So it's that kind of a feeling. Like it's hard, but I get the reward. I get the payoff. So I'm not going to give in. I'm not going to give in. That feels important. So you are not a throwing in the towel kind of person. That's for sure. I have a 4-leaf clover. I have a lucky break. So this could be the time. This could be finally the year that what you've been asking for, what you've been waiting for, comes your way. Okay, that maybe you took a chance on starting a business. Maybe you took a chance at changing careers and you want a promotion. So this could be the year that something is coming your way. Things just got better. I have a nugget, a small increase. Okay. So they're saying steady work and something building. So I'm going to say, I like the nugget part, because I feel like it's more of a consistency to me, that it could be a secondary stream of income, or it could be that things are coming in a little bit more consistently. If I was not receiving money, I don't know, once a month, and then now I'm receiving money twice a month for some reason, so it just felt like I was had my cash flow, I guess this is how I want to say it. My cash flow has increased somehow. Could be a stream of income, could be a change in jobs. You know, sometimes you change jobs and one job pays you every 2 weeks and the other job pays you every week. And that's the difference between suffering or not suffering. You know, it's like, you know, you're waiting for that paycheck every 2 weeks, or God forbid a month. A month's a long time. So sometimes a job just that's how it feels. It feels like the consistency or the repetition that money is coming in is better or works better for you somehow. I have a sword cutting through, breaking through. Now that I don't believe in blocks. I don't believe in, you know, black clouds hanging over people. I don't believe in somebody cast a spell and that's why, you know, I have all this bad luck around me. That's not the world I live in. But it did come into me as I have changed my mindset around money. That instead of walking in a voice of I'm lacking, I am walking in a voice of there's infinite abundance for everybody. So I feel like that's a big shift for you. That is something that you've had to work on. You've had to change your childhood beliefs about money. You've had to change how you look at money. Money is no longer, it's becoming an energy to you as opposed to a lack. Okay. And you're seeing it as an energy and you're seeing how energy can multiply and you're starting to think differently around money. Okay. Maybe it's something that you're learning. Maybe it's something that you're getting coaching on. Maybe it's something that I'm just doing it on my own, but your attitude and your thoughts around money and how money works in your life has changed this coming year. It will change this coming year. So that swords, instead of like the 2 of swords, okay, blocking off the energy, blocking off my heart, the same thing. I'm going to lower my swords. I'm going to open my body to receiving. And I'm going to take off that blindfold, like in the 2 of swords, and I'm going to receive. So yeah, so I'm going to say that it's an attitude. Okay, it's a shift in mindset from lack to I see the movement and the energy happening. I have a skull, a rough patch. It could be after you go through a hard time. Okay, it could be I'm tired of either worrying about money. It could be just that. It doesn't mean that you're suffering. It doesn't mean that you're struggling. Sometimes we just worry, right? It could be just I'm just tired of worrying about money. Can I live my life differently? Can I know that I have enough? Maybe not everything that I want, but I have everything that I need. Can I live in more gratitude? And that just helps me not have so much worry. So I feel like there's an active shift in you. Like that's something I want to work on. I have money coming in. Okay. So you have to believe that even if you're in a difficult situation, even if it's, I am really struggling right now, that it's temporary and money is shifting and money is moving and we're always in motion and in our lives. So I do feel like they're trying to share with you that that money is coming in and it's coming in more consistently for some reason. Okay. But yeah, I mean, I always, raise your hand if that's something you struggle with. I always worry about money. It has nothing to do with how much I have or don't have. I just can't let that worry go. So maybe it's something that you're going to try to work on this year, or maybe Spirit's going to help lift that worry. Wouldn't that be nice? I have an 8 of Cups, walking away from feelings that no longer serve us. So worry doesn't serve us. The feeling that I'm worrying about what hasn't happened yet. I'm worried about what's going to happen in 30 years. Yeah. walking away from feelings that don't serve me is a really hard lesson to learn. It's really hard because you have to constantly bring yourself back to the present and just keep saying, am I worrying about the future? Am I projecting into the future? You know, is that real in my life right now, or is it just something I'm projecting? I have a 5 of Cups. Being disappointed. That's a lack. That's a lack. I have the World. And I have a Knight of Cups. I'm going to say, love what you do. Love what you do. Try to, in all areas of your life, you know, we only live once, but if you love your work, if you love your job, there could be a new opportunity, a new phase, the next phase coming in. They could be opening a new door with this world. They could be showing you new things. And then that Knight of Cups says, I love it even more. You know, that Knight of Cups says, I'm happy with what I do. You know, it's going my way, they just said. And I don't want to get off the horse. The horse is moving. The horse is working for me right now. You know, would I like a promotion? Maybe. Would I like a raise? Yes. Would I like my hours to be more flexible? Okay, maybe. Maybe those are things that may shift. But, you know, I want to do work that I love is more the message. I don't want to be disappointed at the end of the day that I have to get up and go to work tomorrow. I have a 9 of Cups. I want more contentment. I have Temperance. I have a Hanged Man. This is going back to the worry to me. This is going back to, I'm worried about my future. They want you to be, they want you to put those worries on pause, and they want you to know that everything's going to be okay. You know, the nine of Cups and Temperance, it's almost a feeling of everything's going to be okay. No matter, somehow, some way, Spirit always gets us through even the most difficult challenges. And that, you know, even if we have tremendous fears around money, that I want more peace. I want more peace of mind around this area of my life. So Spirit's letting you know that everything will be okay is how that came into me. And it's almost a feeling of sometimes we just have to wait for it also. But they're looking at your future too. And they're saying, just keep in mind the big picture. Don't go crazy about the big picture. Keep it in mind, of course. And focus on what's right in front of you. You know, focus on what can I do today? What can I, you know, Knight of Swords, what can I do to charge forward today? What can I do to 10 of Pentacles, you know, move something forward in my life that continues this flow of energy that we call money. So this feels good, actually. This feels like you making up your mind. You know, I'm more focused. I'm that horse with the blinders on. I'm going to stay in my lane. I'm going to focus on my work. I'm going to set goals and I'm going to keep hitting them. I'm not going to be pulled off task. How many of you start out your day with, this is what I'm going to get done, and then at the end of the day, you didn't get any of those things done because you were pulled away from them? So, you know, it's focus, it's determination, it's repetition oftentimes. It's doing the same thing over and over again, but doing it better each time. So right now, I feel like Spirit is allowing you, they're saying almost like the freedom to explore this area of your life, because changes can be made. And you can be more comfortable with it. I feel like you are uncomfortable with this area of your life for some reason. And it could be just old family rules. You know, you grew up with parents from the Depression where, you know, they didn't spend any money. So you're afraid to spend money. You know, just, they could just be old things that are, you know, you live with because of how you were brought up. But I think overall, they're trying to show you that they just said good news. I'm going to say at the end of the day, this year brings good news. This year brings I don't know whether it's a lucky break or just movement, maybe forward movement, something like that, that is more consistent, that is easier. And I think a lot of it is going to have to do with you retraining your mind this year. So that could be something that I've been thinking about that. I've been wanting to get help with that. I just didn't know what to do. Let's see, I want to do two things. Let's end this reading with a angel number, and then we'll do a surrender card. What do they want you to surrender to for the year of 2026? And we will do that as well. Spirit, please share with me. What angel number do we look for? I have 555. I'm optimistic. That's good to hold on to. A major shift is about to come into your life. Experience and change your past direction and be open and stay positive. Yeah, be ready for the shift. And it doesn't have to shift from the outside world. The shift oftentimes is within, that you decide that you're going to change. You decide that you are ready for a change in this area of your life. And let's see what they want you to surrender to. Spirit, please share with me. What do you need me to surrender to at this time? Surrender to procrastination. Is that what's holding you back? That's a big one. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. Action, motion, energy, moving things forward. So you are, I think all of us have a tendency to procrastinate on things that we struggle with, but maybe that's something that we take a closer look at, break it into little pieces so it's not so overwhelming, and feel like you've accomplished something on a smaller scale until that kind of big thing that you've been putting off is taken care of. But that could be the thing they want you to work on this year. They want you to be, of course, optimistic. Maybe they want you to change your mindset around money. And they want you to maybe take a look at, am I procrastinating something that I should be tackling? So let's put this out into the universe. I want to thank Spirit for these messages for abundance and wealth. I want to thank you all if you stayed with me through these two readings and we've been here for an hour with me. Thank you. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe. Comment below, claim it, own it, it's yours. Of course, have an amazing 2026 and a happy new year and happy holidays and all of those good things to everybody. Thank you for your love and support always on my channel. And I wish everyone, just an incredible year ahead for all the right reasons. So we'll see you again in another reading real soon.